How are we doing, everybody?
Hola,
Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggy with It. I'm Will.
I'm Audrey.
And what are we playing today? And I haven't told you because I didn't give you the actual box to look at. There we go.
We are playing Rogue Angel.
Rogue Angels. There we go. Rogue
Rogue
Angel. There we go.
Angels.
Rogue Angels. This is Legacy of the Burning Suns. It's based on the Burning Suns universe, which we've not played anything in that. But this is a legacy campaign game where we are a bunch of space people and we're trying to go through space things and do space stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are of course, because of the theme, are relating it a lot to Mass Effect. I've played a little bit of Mass Effect, but not a lot, so I can't make those comparisons. But we are going to go through the little introductory scenario. We'll go over our characters. We'll read the flavor text to you because, of course, it is a story campaign RPG style game where things will be happening, I guess, based on whether we win or lose, right? So we'll go ahead and flip over the camera. We are set up for the first mission, Co-op Guild. Looking forward to seeing you play. We appreciate that. So we are set up for the two-player game on the first mission. Why is that?
Because there are two space creatures.
Rogue Angels.
All right.
I was just going to go with the name of the game is what I was
There
going
are
with.
two Rogue Angels.
There are two Rogue Angels. But I've already got the first one set up. So it basically a review of how the game plays. So during the gameplay, we are going to have cards. The cards have a number in the top corner. That is basically the amount of time it will take for those cards to refresh. So then we can use them again. Cards that are 0, if we play those, we can get them back. They're going to allow us to do things like these ones. For example, it says I can damage an adjacent enemy, interact with an adjacent object. I can heal an adjacent unconscious character. This one just allows me to move. I can move orthogonal or diagonal. And then some of them will have more advanced functionalities, like this one here allows me to jump over objects. And it can also be boosted, which we can't do in the first scenario, but as you play, you're going to get power-ups that you'll be able to use to boost your cards. At the end of your turn, you're going to be able to take a rest action, or you can take a rest action during your turn, one of your two actions. Your cards are going to go down to the left, and then once, of course, they make it to the end, they come back to your hand, right? So each mission is going to have some type of objective. So, for example, the first mission is going to want us to get to that console. Of course, we'll read the flavor text so that way you guys know why we're going to the console, because technically I don't know why we're going to the console right now. And then eventually bad guys will show up. So when the bad guys show up, they are operated by this deck of cards, which will tell them what to do, right? Basically, simple as that. If we get injured, there are cards, injury cards. They will fill up a spot in our row. We'll have to be healed to get them to be removed. If we cannot place a card in our row, because there's already a number there, then we place it to the next highest. And if we still can't place it, then we become unconscious, and that's where somebody else will have to come and heal you. We have shields. Shields, of course, block damage. Oddly has lots of shields. I don't have a lot of shields. The bad guys have shields. Same thing. They have shields, movement, and so forth. Bad guy shields are permanent. Our shields, of course, go away after we use them. I think that's it. That's pretty much it, because everything else is pretty much going to be seen and done when we go through, when we do an interact or so forth. One other thing is the cards. You'll see there's dice down here. They were off the screen. We do get to roll a die. The die is going to allow us to add something to our card play. So +1, of course, is +1 to whatever it says. Movements allows us extra movement. There's a 2 movement here. +2 shields, or +1 or a shield. The variety of characters is pretty awesome in this game. Yeah, so we got 4 characters. I actually have 2 characters from the first prototype that was sent to us. Don't know if they've changed, but if we end up doing a giveaway and we give away this prototype copy in the future, we'll probably throw those in there. Yeah, that's it. So we do need to read a lot. So let me take some drink. And while I'm reading, Avidi's going to tell you about her character. If you want to read your packet and then read your origin.
My character is Salia.
It's your character. You pronounce it however you want.
Exalia. Exalia?
Exalia. Zalia.
Exalia.
Sometimes X makes a Z sound, sometimes it makes an S sound, sometimes it makes an X sound. It's whatever, however you want. It's your character.
So species is a guardian female. Date of birth is 9 BTA.
I don't know. But before the
Place of birth
angels,
is
I don't know.
unknown.
Before the aftermath, before the apocalypse.
Affiliation, Ronin.
Ronin, so that's like a ninja or Hawkeye. Remember Hawkeye in the movie? He was Ronin. That was his other name because he was being a ninja.
Former work unknown. Like other guardians, Exalia was born into a role of protector. Later on, she joined the fraternity of Ronins, a tiny specialized group of guardians who have decided that protection is found behind a blade. Combat is their purpose and call, a mantra Exalia has perfected. Combat is their purpose and call, a mantra Exalia has perfected through the arts of war.
There you go.
Exalia is armed to the teeth with weapons that can deal damage to even the toughest enemies. Exalia is a fierce close combat specialist with several weapons and combat abilities. Exalia will benefit from joining a team of tech-savvy individuals.
Oh, I don't know if I'm tech-savvy or not. We'll find out in a minute. All right, read your origin.
Okay. Exalia
It says
origin.
read before starting mission C1, which is what we're going to be doing.
Exalia was born on Mastasus in 15746 BTA. Recruited
Actually, is that
to
the same thing you just read? Very similar.
No, here is more like the origin.
It's
This is
more in depth. Okay, that's just telling you about the character, because you're supposed to hand out 2 packets and everybody gets to read about the character and determine which one they want.
Recruited to the fraternity of Ronins not long after her accession.
Accession. That means to ascend.
Okay, thank you. To the Order of Guardians, she saw action in the Phantom Wars, and since their end has roamed the far reaches of the galaxy, seeking out and destroying those who would do harm to the younger races. Her prowess in close quarters combat is matched only by her in-depth knowledge of all the places in the galaxy that civilized beings dare not tread.
Yeah, basically bad places that people don't want to go to.
As a Ronin, Exalia believes offense is the best defense. She is self-sufficient and direct, disdaining subterfuge in favor of tackling problems head-on. She has little patience for bureaucracy and excess formality, although like most guardians, she places a high value on courtesy. And like most guardians, she views betrayal as the ultimate sin. Exalia is content to collaborate with mercenaries or criminals to achieve her goals, prioritizing competence over respectability. When in need of assistance, she prefers to seek out individuals with more tech-oriented skill sets, since her own capability in combat is roughly equivalent to that of a veteran infantry fire team.
So those are our dossiers. These are because it is a legacy game. You'll be updating and changing and adding things. These are stickers. I thought they were stickers. Well, it's a prototype, so these are not stickers. These would be stickers. So I'm guessing. Well, on my copy, I don't want to cut that out. I guess you just have to write it on the cards. If we were going to keep playing the prototype. But these are stickers that you'll use to upgrade. And then the back, you'll have relationships, which I imagine impact your future gameplays. And then I'm guessing these are weapon cards or cards that you add to your deck. But yeah, so that is oddities. And then I am Talia Paranis. I'm a changeling. Gender is fluid because most changelings are, at least if you watch Star Trek. It's 984 ATA is my birth. Eva Aereo, slide sounds very fancy. Affiliation unknown, former work, demolition specialist. Talia was born on Eva Aereo, worked as a demolition expert for several years, providing a lot of valuable knowledge on wiring, hacking, and explosives. Hey, that means I'm techie, which is what you need. Talia was occasionally hired by shady organizations, forcing Talia to get off the grid. For a changeling, Talia possesses many offensive capabilities and very little team support. Well, that's not good. Talia is armed with potent long-range weapons and has a talent for trapping foes with mines and sticky grenades. Talia severely lacks in personal protection and should therefore be teamed up with individuals experienced in tanking or healing. Odd that can tank. She's got mucho shields. I did not know this before I started picking the characters. I just grabbed two that looked cool. Growing in a small town, Ilaris, outside the capital, where a happy, joyful child, proud to be a changeling, a free-thinking, free-moving species capable of being whoever you want, except the assembly doesn't really allow that, setting unreasonable restrictions for reasons of distrust. As you got older, you became increasingly aware of these unjust issues at a young age and became involved with activist groups. Your knack for technology was quickly noticed and put to use. First, you learned hacking, posting propaganda on assembly-friendly websites. Later, it was gadget making and eventually explosives. The Sentinels got word and recruited you. You joined eagerly after all. They were ones who really spread the word. You designed a bomb for them, meant to take down a big building and send a strong message. What you didn't know that the building was the consortium's parliament, and then it would be full of people. 31,516 dead changelings, to be exact. That was never what you wanted, but it's what you got. On the run, you have joined a band of mercenaries looking to think, come to term. There's some words missing there. It's missing and. Looking to think and come to terms with what you did. Oh no. Looking to think, come to terms with what you did, and maybe get a fresh start. The sentence was just weirdly done. So that was the first part of reading. I told you there's a lot of reading. We're gonna read for a half hour before we start playing. All right. So next is the big ol' honkin' campaign book. That's a big ol' honkin' campaign book. So this is chapter 1. I have not gone out to the Kickstarter to see how many chapters there are, but this is chapter 1. Chapter 1. Ugh. Here we go. For 1,000 years, the Galactic Assembly of Sovereign Civilizations has governed the Burning Suns. By providing a forum of cooperation between the most advanced species of the galaxy, the longest peace in galactic history was achieved, a truly golden age of harmony and prosperity. There we go. You guys can see the pictures. Unfortunately, however, well-intentioned, their foundation, however, principles, its leaders, no civilization can endure forever. Eventually, inevitably, the assembly failed. War is now spreading like wildfire. Stifled by bureaucracy and paralyzed by insurrection, the assembly desperately tries to keep old grudges and new rivalries at bay. But unchecked greed, overweening pride, and perhaps something yet darker threaten to consume the galaxy. As the member civilizations draw their battle lines and stake their claims to stars and systems, lives and loyalties are torn asunder. From Eva Ariel to Panacea, we'll say that, from Namias to Modeus, people who have only ever known peace and privilege must reckon with the news, harsh truth that the galaxy isn't as safe a place as they believed. Beyond the Assembly's control, though, an uncertain life is business as usual. For the freelancers and the free spirits of the Brimstone Base, home of the Hellfire Pirates, risk is all in a day's existence. A little too close to the galaxy's incandescent heart, vexation is a toxic, superheated mass of a system, a perfect mess for which to disappear. Brimstone, buried deep beneath the sulfurous surface of Fury's Fall, is a iodestone for the disaffected bounty hunters and runaways, thieves and smugglers, slaves and slavers, those whom the suns don't shine. It's a dangerous place. Violence decides the pecking order. But someone always has a job for the enterprising mercenary or a desperate one. And if your skill and luck hold, there's a lot of credit to be made, particularly now. War, after all, is good for business. All right. So mission 1, or I guess chapter 1, mission 1, well, mission brief, I don't know. C1, chapter 1, although we're in chapter 1.
See,
Campaign 1. There we go.
campaign.
Campaign 1. There it is. Probably campaign 1. All right. Credits and Brimstone. Location Vexation, Fury's Fall, Brimstone Base. Year 1001 ATA. Again, don't know what the abbreviations are. Maybe there's a book out there that teaches about this universe. The main entrance to the scorching sulfur engulfed hangar area shuts behind you. Private Security Overseer, in person. Fresh meat. Welcome to the Brimstone. Outer suburb of Hell and the closest viable settlement to the Burning Suns. Population, none of your damn business. If you'll step right along to the elevator, we'll begin the process of getting you oriented. The elevator starts moving. People like you always seem to wind up here. Drifters and opportunists. Always looking for that one big score, right? Well, you found the right place to look if you don't play by the Assembly's rules. The elevator comes to a halt. Private Security Overseer. Speaking of rules, we do have a few. First and foremost, some security precautions. Can't be too careful. When there's a war on, follow me. When you're ready, continue to mission update. So it's another guard. So guard, in person. I guess if it's over an intercom, it'll say over an intercom. Step aside, spread out, don't move. Hand over your identification and your weapons. We will withhold these until you leave the area of the base again. Enforcer, in person. Belay that order. There is no inspection for now. We have been ordered to permanently confiscate all weapons from all visitors, no exceptions. And any neomorph or champions are to hand all their gear as well. We don't trust those warmongering snakes. So that's one neomorph. I did pre-read about neomorphs, and I didn't choose the neomorph, although he looked cool too, or she looked cool. I think it was a girl. Action. Every player must set aside their cards with weapons classification. So I got to look in our basic. It's going to be at the top. Oh no, down at the bottom. Ability, weapon. Wow, I lost.
Which is the weapon thing?
At the very bottom, it'll say weapon.
Oh.
Well, I lost 3 weapons. Every neomorph and champion, which is neither of us. Right, you weren't a champion. You're a guardian.
Weapon. What happened?
Just set them aside. So you can get to them again. Well, you'll need to get to them. You can just put them when you yeah, that's fine. All right. When ready, continue. Private Security Overseer, in person. Let me run you through how things work around here. Hellfire is a top of the tree. What we say goes, and what we want, we get. Below us, we have the traders and the merchants. After them, the bounty hunters and the smugglers. And last of all, we have you, guns for hire. Now, this is nothing personal, just simple rules in the galaxy full of rivaling species and ideologies. Pirate Overseer. That concludes our welcome tour. So I'll leave you to entertain yourselves. Follow the arrows to the bar. Don't leave the leisure area. Don't get cute with the guards. And don't start a fight. Like I said, simple rules. Break them and we'll break you. Enjoy your stay. Well, that was very nice of him. All right. The noise from the speakers in the crowd intensifies as you approach the bar area. Bartender. Welcome, outsiders. What'll it be? If you don't mind a strong aftertaste, I have a newly imported Marauder rum from Hell's Market on Asgard. Oh, so Asgard is in here. The bartender waves you his bargain. Bartender. Here's your drink. You have a personal call on the comm. Let me route it to your device in just a second. Umbricius, comm. Greetings, Commander. I'm pleased to hear you've assembled a team. As you can imagine, with so many factions in the warpath, it's almost impossible to find unaffiliated agents through our regular channels. But let's get straight to the business. The neomorph policy is deeply concerned with the Assembly's failure to control the unprovoked aggression of our enemies. I've therefore been tasked with exploring alternative strategies to defend the polity? I don't know what a polity is. From all current and future foes. An exploration that has led me to this particular suburb of Hell. When you're ready, continue to C1. C1. We've already set it up. So I'm Bryce's calm. Vexation is a wretched place to find yourself delayed, but that is the situation I find myself in. Rendezvous with me at my location and I'll explain further. Don't dally, Commander. I have no desire to stay in this garbage incinerator of a system any second longer than necessary. All right. So our turn limit is based on our player count. So based on our player count, it is 3. So I get a turn, the bad guys get a turn. Well, there are no bad guys. Arthur gets a turn, bad guys get a turn. I get a turn, and then that's it. If we don't win, we have to restart the mission. We're going to do fail forward just so we can get through the game. But most of the failures, I think, are going to say you don't get to continue, play it again. So basically, our mission is to get the commander, which is me, adjacent to the point of interest, which is that question mark underneath of our little thingy that goes in and out.
I just discovered.
Yeah. And then basically it says introduction note, adjacent does not mean on top of, though it is legal with a borderless POI, point of interest like this one. So technically on top of is perfectly valid here. Introduction note, in the beginning of each new mission, you always select a commander. This player will call the shots when mutual agreements cannot be made or in cases where the team must vote on decisions. All right, so that is our first mission, is we need to get to said location. All right, but we do need to determine who goes first, or does the commander go first?
The commander goes first.
Oh, the commander goes first.
I think it should.
Oh, okay, we'll go that way. The commander goes first. What makes the most sense, because there's no way I'd be able to get to that destination if I went second.
And this is our 20-sided extra life die.
But this is how we normally determine who goes first.
Yeah, because we support
Torta niños,
niños from
camisetas, Children's Miracle Network, through Extra Life.
Through Extra Life.
It's been a while since we've done a stream. Audrey's forgot her words. But yes, we would normally roll that. And if you want to support the niños at Children's Miracle Network, links down below where you can donate. And then we do have some incentives where you can get some of our prototypes like this one, or some games that we are culling as well. All right, so I need to go first. I need to get to that spot. So I'm going to play my move card. Then I get to roll one die, which I do not like. So I'm going to spend one of these, which is my focus, to rearrange. I'm going to spend all my focus just to get, oh, there we go. There's a +1. All right, so I get to move twice. So 1, 2. I really wasn't that far away. I guess I didn't need to waste all that stuff. And then I get to pick this up because it's a 0. And I get to play it again. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why I wasted all that, because I was going to play the card twice. Oh, that's fine. I get to roll dice. So +2. So technically I'm at 3 now. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. So I've reached the destination. So
You're already there?
Yeah. Decrease, and then I pick this back up again. Decrease, flip my activation token, and then we do a check. The check is mission check. We did complete the mission because I'm where I need to be. So on success, go to mission update number 1. All right. So mission update number 1. Removed the block entrance number 1, and remove the point of interest, and then add a door. Don't ask me doors. Oh, door was this. So door and the console. So I don't know how these are in the final versions, but for you guys to be able to see it, I don't have them in standees because it would be kind of hard to.
There you go. It goes to where? There? Like it covers...
It's just, yeah, it's a door. It's in the middle, technically. It's a door. I could stand the door up. I guess the door's not as important as knowing where the console is. Yeah, there. That's a door. There is a door. All right. Okay. So Umbrius again. Good to see you in person, Commander. My agent promised me a competent team, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. When I arrived, these Hellfire thugs confiscated my ship and equipment, and I see now that they're doing it to everyone. Perhaps they're running low on resources. In my case, I'm not interested in their petty problems. If they want to steal my ship, it'll be over my dead body, or more precisely, over a lot of other dead bodies. Get into the Enclave and hack their console that you'll be able to retrieve our stuff. And don't let anyone get in your way. Mission parameters is 6 this time. All right. Open the door. Oh, so we have to interact with the door.
Oh, wait, that's now or when we?
No, that's our mission. Yeah. So we need to open the door. Introduction note. Opening, disabling, hacking are all achieved by successful interaction with the object in question. So that's one thing I didn't mention in the beginning. We got this bag of goodies. Whenever we need to interact, we pull from here. And we have to get 3 matching colors, and we can do it over multiple terms to be able to open or pack or whatever. Failure, of course, it says restart the mission, but again, we're going to fail forward. All right. So, now it's your turn because I went last.
Guess I'm going to also move.
So basically, yeah, we got to get to the door and you got to interact with the door to get it open.
But this is just move once.
One, and then you
One
roll.
square.
Well, and then you roll to see how much you add to it. So now you've got move 3,
I have to open
and
the
you can go diagonal. Yep. So you really only need, and you have to spend all of your movement. If
door.
I'm
1,
not,
2, 3.
well, you can do diagonal too.
Oh, see.
So
1, 2,
no, do
3.
no. You can't go inside.
Oh,
Go
wait.
1 to the right. 1 to the right,
Right. 1, 2, 3.
and then angle
3.
3. Now you're in front. Yep. And then you can pick
Do
that
I
card.
open the door?
Well, pick your card back up. And then you need to interact with the door. So do you have a card that lets you interact with the door?
Interact with an adjacent object for 0.
All right. Plus whatever you roll on your dice. Yep.
It has a 2.
Yep. So you can play
2
that.
dice.
So you play this to your
Okay.
1.
That's 1 plus 1.
All right. So that means that you are interacting for 2. So you draw 2.
They have to match.
Well, you draw both, and then you.
They don't match.
All right. So you have to pick a color.
Pink.
All right, and put that by the door.
So that means I interacted with it and this.
And that one goes back in. Yeah, you interacted with it, and that's
And the door smiled at me.
and the door smiled at. Yeah, so these are prototypes. So they're these cute little round dome things. That goes back to your head. All right, and then now you are going to you automatically get to in your turn. You get a free rest. So this is going to slide down. So that goes back to your hand, and then you need to flip your activation token. Right.
Decrease turn over.
Decrease the time by 1. Right. Mission check. We've not completed the mission. And then update. And that's it. So I flip mine over. There's no bad guys, so the bad guys aren't taking a turn right now. All right. So I'm in that room. You're already over there messing with that door. So I really just need to get over there to where you are. And then if I can get to hacking after that. All right, so I'm going to move. So that allows me to move 2. 1, 2. And then I guess I'll just move again. Well, plus 2. So that is 3. So 1, 2, 3. I'm just waiting for you to open the door. All right. Done. All right, back to you. Open the door, por favor. You can do it.
Interact with an adjacent object for 0.
All right, so roll your 2 dice to see how much.
Nice.
So right now you have a +1 and a nothing. You can re-roll by spending your yellows.
And then how do I get it back?
By instead of taking a second as one of your actions, you can concentrate and you gain 2. You can't gain more than what you have, so technically spending it's not bad. So we already got a +1. I would just say keep that. That's a +1, so that's
Okay.
2. So if you can be lucky, maybe you can get 2 purples.
Oh, it's no. Do I keep...
Well, yeah, you get your draw 2. White works. White's wild.
Oh, white is wild.
Yep.
And do I put it on top?
Yep. All right. So that was you. In your turn with the free rest actions, that means that's going to come back to your hand.
Leap activation.
Flip your activation. And I don't even know why we're working with the a two-player game. I don't think the activation tokens really matter.
Decrease your turn.
Decrease the turn marker. Have we done the objective? No, we have not done the objective. All right. I guess I'm going to have to interact as well. So I'm going to do my basic interact. Nope. There we go. That's better. All right. That gives me 2. Now, once we complete these, they don't go back in. Oh, there we go. So technically, I didn't even need to pull the other one. The problem is these don't go back in. So that's 3. So the door is now open, says me. We might need the door again. Should probably keep that on there. All right. The door is open. This comes back to my hand. And I need to get to that console.
And what about me? So here.
Either one of us need to get to the console and try to hack it. I've got the hack ability, so I'll just do move, and I get +1, so I get 2, 1, 2. All right. Refresh, there's no refresh. Flip my activation token, doesn't matter. Decrease time by 1. Okay, so we're gonna have to complete it in a combination of your turn and my turn to win.
So should I use then this one? That is 3 dice. It says move 0. You may pass through other characters when you move if you have enough moves to land on the other side. I mean, there are no more characters, but this one allows me to roll only 1 die.
Yeah, if you want to make sure that you get there, yeah.
So this one. Oh, this.
Today's, yep. So you got 2 movement, 3 movement, 4 movement, 5 movement.
1, 2, 1, 2. You need to use.
I don't know if you have to use it all or not. It makes it seem like you have to.
I can do.
But, I mean, technically, you
2,
just keep
3,
going.
4.
You just backtrack on yourself. I don't think you have to use all your movement. Somewhere it seemed like there was something I was reading and made it seem like that was the case. Here's the thing that talks about movement here. No examples. Lots of examples. That's good. Finish first. Can move. Okay, so can. Yeah, so it just says can move. None of the examples. None of the examples have them moving less than the amount, but I would just think, yeah. So, yeah. So co-op says you don't have to use all the movement because that just would make sense because all I would do is just keep bouncing back and forth until I made the right amount. So
Okay,
that's fine.
so I'm there.
All right, so you're there. So that was your first action.
This one stays there.
Yeah, it goes on the 2. Mm-hmm.
Interact.
And now you need to interact. So which card's going to give you the best chance of interacting? Probably that glove you've been using, because that's only 1 + 1 dice.
This one is.
That's the same as mine. It's a basic interact, which is just 1 plus you get to roll 1 die.
Yeah, this one. So that is 2.
Yeah, and of course you can reroll. So you get. So you're currently at 1. You get to draw 1.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So interact.
Yeah, so you get to draw 1. So basically this is just going to be the color. Now you can switch the color as you go. So say if somehow I draw mine and I get lucky enough to get... All right, so that's good. That's good. So that's a wild. Actually, no, that's not good. Technically, I would have preferred anything else but the wild.
Because we
then,
are running out of...
Yeah. All right, so you rest. So everything goes to the left 1.
To the left.
To the left, to the left.
So this one comes back.
That one comes back to your hand. Mm-hmm. And then this goes down 1. All right, so I have to be able to hack that, meaning I've got to spend everything I've got to hack that. So I'm going to do my hacking specialist. Interact with an adjacent object for 2. If this is the first action's turn, the first token you take will be a token of your choice. So I get to take a token of my choice. You already had purple, so I'm going to say there's more reds in here left. So I'm going to take a token of my choice. All right. All right. Oh, I got to roll my die. All right, so I get 2 already. So that's 3. Don't want to go for the +2. So I've already drawn 1. The question is, do I want to draw 2, or do I want to draw, or do I want to draw 2 more, or do I want to try to make this a +2? But I could fail and not get a +2. That's fine. I have another interact. I have another interact card. If worst case, I'll just have to use that other interact card. Okay. I get to draw 2 more. This one and this one. And neither one of them the color that I need. I will do the yellow. Right.
Also, we can still get either a yellow or a red.
Yeah. So, all right. So I'm gonna do my basic interact, which gives me 1. Woohoo! +2, so I get 3 total now. 1. That's not gonna help us. 2. There we go. Don't even need the 3rd one. All right. So we have successfully done that. That goes back in. Now I got to check, when do these go back in the bag? I think it's at the end of this mission, this whole campaign. Interact. There we go. Yeah, so in the actual game there'll be these tokens instead of tokens go back in the bag once the mission has concluded. Okie dokie. So yeah, that means those we don't have anymore. So I guess that's where the wise decisions come in. All right, so continue to mission 2 update. Mission 2 update. Place thugs Y1, yellow 1. I need a thug. Thug. Y1 goes there. And Y2.
Those are what? Enemies?
Thugs.
Enemigos?
Yeah, enemies. No amigos. And the red one is going a key. It didn't tell us to remove that door, but I'm not seeing that door in here, so I guess you leave everything it doesn't. As a console shuts down, you swiftly open the armored boxes containing your confiscated weapons. Action. Every player gets their weapons and gear back.
Woo!
Oh, I forgot to sleep. Forgot to rest at the end of my action there.
Did I sleep? See.
Yeah. That's why you got one of your cards back. Yeah, let's go back to my hand. All right. Umbrius on the comms. Their security system is compromised. I have access to their vault and my ship. I'll pick up my crew members in the bar area and meet you on board my ship. It seems that the Hellfires have been alerted to your presence, but I assume they're capable of dealing with you're capable of dealing with such trifles. Aaron on comm. Who are you? What are you doing in this restricted area? Did you not understand the rules that you were given? Do you not understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I guess I'll have to get to my guards and give you a little reminder. Success. So we are at 5. So in 5 turns, eliminate all enemies. Introductory note. Eliminating, killing, destroying are all achieved by using weapons or abilities that deal damage to the enemies in question. Remember, when enemies appear, they always go first after the mission has been updated. If the token reaches 0, or all players are conscious, restart the mission. But again, fail forward is the name of the game today. It's color-coded in the setup for each section of the mission. Yeah, okay, so the red versus the green, yeah, because that's green, and when we want to get rid of something, it's red. And then the BBC or the EBC, so the deck, we need apprehensive, attack, R. I guess I didn't need to shuffle these. I shuffled these earlier. All right, so we go. So this is the attack that is happening. And it says it starts on R. So that is that. That is that. All right, let me check out my weapons. I want to see if I want to go first or you want to go first. All right, so the red guy there, he is going to the nearest player. He's going to move towards the nearest player, and then he's going to attack the nearest player, which would happen to be me, and I'm not very shieldy. So I believe you need to go first and go after that guy. So basically they take turns who goes, because after he goes, then we'll flip this card over. And so the next time it'll be the yellow team's turn.
So his attack is 2 and his shield is 1. So
yes.
He has 4 lives. 4
health. Too.
Health.
Yep. Oh, yeah, we'll have to
but
put... I guess we need wound tokens of some sort.
Wait, what? My range? Or how?
Your range.
How?
Your range, it'll say on your weapon. You just got all your weapons back, right?
What is my range? What is my range?
Whatever your weapon says.
¿Adonde? Deal 4
to adjacent.
Oh.
So it'll say adjacent or it'll say within a range.
Deal 2 within 4. Okay.
So he's within.
So with his.
So 1, 2, 3. So he is within 4.
And that is only counted. Adjacent. Octagonally.
Range is diagonal too.
But then it could be at 3.
Well, then he's in range either way. There's the picture. There's a picture in here somewhere. Lots of examples, like I said. Lots of examples. There we go. No. Nope. There we go. Yeah. See, so range is just range. So when you do diagonal, it's same thing.
What is there?
So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what the diagonal is. Oh, they're just showing line of sight, not a particular distance. Although I don't think you can shoot through me. Does a person block? No, a person doesn't block line of sight. I'm smart enough to get out of the way. I'm smart enough to duck. You're like, hey, okay, you say so. Yeah, so you can actually shoot from there.
This one.
Yeah.
2 damage.
So now, because it's a 2 and you've already got a 2. Oh no, your 2's empty. If this was here, then this would just go at 3. You just put it the next one. All right, so you play that to your 2. Right, and then you roll no dice.
No.
But you deal 2 damage. He's gonna block 1, so you're only doing 1 damage to him. So here's 1 damage.
Then I could have used something else.
Well, the nice thing is he only has a range of 1, so he has to get up close. Well, again, he's going to attack me unless you're going to have to get him in front of me to prevent him from attacking me. You have shields, I don't, Amor. He will beat me up.
But I don't have much movement, just 1. Plus 1.
Plus,
die.
yeah.
What is the maximum you get here? 2.
Plus 2 or the 2
running.
The 2 run symbols.
Okay, so I did 1 action. So now I'm gonna move. See?
I don't know how we get our shield back.
I read something that said I could trespass.
Oh, shield is the die, so we have to roll a shield to get the shield back. Oh, that's annoying. Not annoying. I mean, it's mechanically what it is, but it means you're forced to keep the shields after you use your shields. Plus 2. Ooh, so you got 3 movement.
I got 3. So 1.
Nope, can't go through me. You have to angle.
1.
Yep.
2, 3.
Yep.
Okay, what is this?
That's his damage. Just for me to show that he's damaged. Either one of these, I guess, is supposed to be the markers. I don't know. In the actual game, it's going to have the bases, the clicky bases.
Oh, that's a nice.
That's a nice thing. That's the thing we always comment on. Anything that wants you to track hit points on a character.
Yeah.
Clicky bases are great. All right. So now it is an actual turn. So end of your turn. Free rest action. So slide everything down. And that goes back to your hand. Flip your activation token. Fine. Decrease the turn by 1.
What happens if we get to 0?
We're going to fail forward, but technically you lose and you start the mission over. So now it is a mission check. We have not completed the mission. We have not defeated everybody. Next is the enemy turn, red or yellow. So red we know is going to go. He's going to do the one at the top. If there was more than one red enemy, then it would just go down the list. So he's going to move towards the nearest player. He has a movement of 3. So 1, 2.
The nearest is me.
See. Well, he's going to move towards the nearest player. You're the nearest, so he's going to go
1.
Well.
2.
3. Yeah. You stay with him. So he's going to go to 3, and then he is going to attack the nearest player. So he attacks for 2. So it's your choice. You can either block both, or you can block one and take a damage card.
What is damage card going
Damage
to do?
card's going to tell you something bad, and then it's going to fill in one of your spots down there.
Bueno. Shield is used to block damage. 1 per 1. What?
You
It's
spend
just
one shield.
explaining-
Yeah, one shield per damage that you
Okay.
want to block.
This line confuses me.
Oh, yeah, it's just pointing to the thing.
So if he attacks for
2.
2 and I can block.
You could block
2.
right now. You could block 2. Yeah.
I'm gonna block 2.
Right, so block 2. So he did nothing to Audrey. All right. So this we're not supposed to flip until it's their turn. Otherwise, we might have done that wrong. Maybe the yellow guys were supposed to go first. Either way, we're gonna keep going because you're not supposed to know what the bad guys are supposed to be doing. All right. So we need to take him out. So I need to do 4 total damage. All right. So what do my weapons do? I have a mine. Choose an empty space. Hereafter, move 3. When you end your movement, deal 1 unblocked damage to all objects adjacent to the chosen location. So that basically, I get to drop a mine, and then I get to move, and then I do unblocked damage. I'm playing that. I'm going to play that. Come on, big dollars. That is extra movement. I do not want extra movement. I want to kill that guy. +1. That helps. All right. So, choose an adjacent spot. So I'm going to choose this spot right here. And then the hereafter is kind of weird. They use the term hereafter instead of then. And then. I get to move 3. So 1, 2. Those guys are probably going to come to me. 3. I'm going to go right outside the door, I think, right there. I'm running away from the claymore I just dropped. Says when I end my move, deal 1 + 1, so 2 unblocked damage to all adjacent. Oh no, hang on. I think that'll hit you as well. Because you're standing there. I think you're considered adjacent because you're diagonally adjacent. No. It says to all objects.
Am I an object?
Yeah, you're an object.
Mm.
So that might not have been a good idea. Let me reverse that. Go back. I think I'll do it, but I think I'm going to do it up there on those 2 guys. So instead, let me move to those 2 guys first. Do I have a better movement? Wow, all my stuff's like, yeah, I'm the one that's range, which makes sense because I don't have any. Yeah, so I'm going to have to do my move. I'll do my move first instead. So I'm going to move. Oops, lo siento. So 2, 3 movement. So 1, 2, 3. I was hoping I could get both of them. can I? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 3. Just do straight diagonal. Okay. So that worked. And now I will play my Claymore Mine. Choose an adjacent spot. So this is the spot I'm picking. And then I get to roll this. And then I'm going to still, I spent it earlier, so I get to roll. I didn't reset that. +1. So that's 2 total, unblocked. And then I get to move 1, 2, 3. I just get away from these guys. All right. So now I do 2 damage. They had no shields to begin with. So that's 2 on him. And 2 on him. So they're almost dead. They only have 1 hit point left. All right.
Both is 3. See.
Yeah, they didn't even have shield. He would have been the better one because he's got shields. But I would have blown you up while we were at it. Well, technically, you could have blocked it. You still had 2 shields left.
Oh,
That's
no.
fine.
I have 1.
No, 1. Oh, yeah, you're right. No, because you would spin this and you would have 1 left. And you would
Oh,
spin
so
it
right
again.
now I am at 2.
Yeah, you have 2 left. Yep, 2 left. Okay, so that was me in my turn, pre-rest action. Flip my countdown, I don't care. Decreased by 1. Okay. Mission check, is everybody dead? No.
No.
Enemy turns. We're going to flip this over to the yellow side. So, enemy 1 is going to attack the nearest player. His range is 4.
Oh, the thug.
Yeah.
Thug?
Yeah, thug. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he can reach me. 4. Dang it. All right, so he's going to attack me. He attacks for 1. I can either block it or take a wound. I'll just take a wound. When drawn, move an action card 1 space to the right. Place this on the 2, and I can't because that's there, so it goes to the 3. Well, that was kind of not very good. So you can heal that off because you should have a card that does a heal as well to get rid of that off of me. Or I can actually do it No, I think it says I can heal an adjacent. Yeah, so you have to heal me to get rid of that. Okay. And then he's going to move towards the last activated character, which was me. What's his movement range? 3. So 1, 2, 3. Buddy, I don't like you. I don't want you to be my friend. All right. And this guy is going to move to the nearest player. Oh, I'm getting attacked twice. 1, 2, 3. I didn't make it far enough away. They're mad at me. They're mad. I threw a claymore in at them, and they're very upset. And then he's going to, here, he's going to face me. Then he's going to attack me. Same thing, he attacks for 1. I'm blocking that one. I'll block that one this time. All right. That was an eventful turn. Okay.
What happens if you die?
I get unconscious and you got to revive me.
Pero I don't see what would help me do that.
You should have 1 card. Basic interact. This one with the hand.
With the hand?
Yeah.
I don't have that. I don't have that. Oh. Deal what? 1 damage
Or unconscious character.
Oh, I had not read that second part.
Or 1 damage. Yeah, see, it's got the damage symbol. Yep. Okay. So.
So.
You still got to pick that guy out.
See, I can do that
And
with this one.
Yeah, because he's going to go next.
Well,
We definitely
then
take him
he's
out.
4.
The yellow guys are, I guess, my
4 is too
problem.
far away.
No. Adjacent. He's right next to you.
No, I mean in here.
Well, but that's fine.
Because so I can get the other ones.
No, I'll get them on my turn. We still got an extra turn. They only have 1 hit point left. I got grenades that I can throw at them.
Ooh.
I got this sticky grenade I can throw at them.
Okay. So.
And it's unblocked. See how it's got that broken shield?
So he cannot block?
He cannot block.
So he's out.
He's muerte. All right. So he is gone. Goodbye, guard. All right. So that was your first action.
And then
So
I move.
you can either move or you could
Concentrate.
just rest to make everything move down.
Um.
Luz is being very active this evening. She's enjoying the game. Both losers are enjoying the game. Total loses. Remember, you can rest, which moves everything down, or you can concentrate, which moves that up, which gives you more rerolls. But if you want this back, because I imagine more bad guys are going to come in. If you want it back quicker, you could slide that down, which means it'll move down 1, and then at the end of your turn, it'll move down to 2. Because you're worried about it being all the way at the end.
Just because that's really good and it can kill me a lot.
Yeah.
Rest. I'm gonna rest.
Okay.
So I get this one
first
back.
So that one comes back. That moves down 1, right? So now it's the end of your turn. So you rest again.
Yeah.
Flip your token. Don't care about that. Decrease this by 1. All right. Mission check. We have not succeeded because that has not happened. And then enemies. There is no red enemy. So there's nothing for the red enemies to do. All right. So my turn. So I am going to do what I said I'm going to do. I'm going to do my sticky grenade. A sticky grenade. Choose an enemy. Oh, and I get to roll 2 die. I don't really need to move. I actually prefer shields, but do I really want to spend this to re-roll one? Yeah, I'll spend it because I can just concentrate like you did. All right, so I'll spend 1 to re-roll one of these. There we go. There's a shield. Okay, so I get a shield. And I get +1 to. I don't know what I get +1 to. Because nothing has the brackets around it. So what gets +1? +1 to anything? +1 to range? +1 to enemy? I guess I'll use it as movement because I don't know what the +1 attaches to because it doesn't have any brackets. So yeah. So I guess I can't increase anything on my card. All right, so I'm going to sticky grenade one of these guys. Choose an enemy. I'm going to choose. Actually, hang on. I'm going to move first. Move first. Then I'm going to choose an enemy. I'm going to choose this guy. I'm going to move him right here, right next to that guy there. Take your damage with you. He knocked me over. I fainted. This move is so powerful. Yeah, I fainted. Choose an enemy. Did that. Move the enemy. Did that. Deal 2 damage to all objects within range 1 of that enemy. Ta-da! Adios. All right. And then I'm going to do I'm going to concentrate as well. 1, 2. Or you didn't concentrate. I might concentrate. So I did that. Free rest action. It slides down. Decrease by 1. Doesn't matter. Mission update. We have succeeded in our mission. So we can go on to the next one. Numero 3. All right. Numero 3. Remove the 2 blocked entrances. Okay, we can do that. Adios. Place 1 door and 1 console. So console key, door key. And our friends are coming back. So we thought we got rid of it. So he's going to chill out down here. He's going to chill out here. And then this guy decided to bring a friend this time. He's going to stand on top of the table to get a good line of sight. And then
no, that's
numero 1.
that's the other thingy that I don't know what I'm saying. There's something that goes next to you.
No, that's what we got rid of. It was the blocked. There were doors here. They were blocked doors because they had the red line. All right. Players may move up to 5 squares from their current spot. And we need to, so the mission objectives, we need to get in here. So we can move up to 5 squares.
What? We need to get in there?
Yeah, we need to get in there.
Uh-huh. I mean, how do we...
The door, we have to open the door. So technically what it means is you can get out of that room. This is what it's going to do. Yellow goes first. I said red last time because we messed up, but yellow's going to go first. So it's, for you, I would definitely say move, because you need to be in here for these guys, right? So they're not attacking me. So I would say for you, it would be advantageous to get out of that room. So you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put yourself. Oops, no, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can put yourself here. You'd be in that room with them.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No. 3, 4, 5.
4.
Although that's going to block the door, so 5. Blocking the door, so I can get out. I will go 1. I'm going to go 1. That way I'm not the nearest to them, but I'm closer to getting out. All right. And then the attack is disorganized. Disorganized. That sounds like us. Disorganized attack or disorganized attack. So there's disorganized attack and disorganized defense. All right. So red side up. You're supposed to flip it when it's their turn. And that's where I messed up the first time. All right. Umbricius. I don't think I was calling. I think I was calling it Umbracius or Embrus. I think I've given him a different name every time I've said his name. We're ready for takeoff from Hangar 17. Unfortunately, we have a situation here as the Hellfires have locked the gangway door and placed our ship on a tractor beam. We won't be going anywhere unless you dispose of the pirates or dispose of the tractor beam from the control room. How to deal with it is up to you. Okay, for better or for worse. This is AA Ron. AA Ron's back. AA Ron says, he's the bad guy. For better or worse, you have my full attention. You won't be going anywhere when I'm through with you. You'll be an example to everyone to see why you don't screw with the Hellfires. All right. So number of turns is 9. Open the door. Disable the console and get all of us inside of the ship. Or kill everybody.
Open the door. This one.
And disable the console.
So we open here and then we come back?
Well, if you go one, I go the other, then we each take care of one guy on our way out and hope those guys don't catch us before we or finish those, right? Eliminate all enemies. Remember, when enemies appear, they always go first after the mission has been updated. Oh, they were supposed to go before we even moved last time. So we missed that too. After the mission's updated, which is currently what's happening, they were supposed to go. So these 2 yellow guys are going to go right now. Eliminate all enemies is the other option. Trigger conditions, ship. The ship is part of the map and can be boarded, exited by players only. Enemies will not move towards or target players already on board the ship. Failure, we have to restart the mission. If success, which is weird. If success 1, the top option, then we do this update. If success 2, then we do this update. All right. I think this is the last mission. So, all right. So we're going to do this right. The bad guys are going to go first this time like they should have last time, which means, yeah, we're probably taking some damage. All right.
I need to go to the bathroom.
If the activated enemy was damaged last player turn, use... Okay, so neither one of them are damaged because they just got here. All right. So number 1, the guy down here, is going to go towards the nearest player. I think it is a tie. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm 5. So odd that he's closer. Normally it's the tiebreaker is who's less diagonally close. So he is going to attack the nearest. He has a range of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will actually hit her for 1. Oddly, do you want to take damage or block it? Oddly's going to take the damage. So Oddly's going to get one of these fancy smancy cards. When drawn, place this card on 2. Okay, that's not too bad. She didn't actually have to do anything else. Just covers one of her spots. All right. Then the second guy is going to go after the last activated player, which was me. So he's going to move 3 towards me. 1, 2, 3. And then he's going to attack the nearest player. It's a tie between me and Adri. So then it goes after the last activated player, which again was me. So I can either take a damage or block it. I don't want any more cards here, so I'm going to block said damage. All right. So we are good to go. Now we just need Adri to come back. I will try to figure out what I'm going to do here. Adri will probably take out that guy. I'm thinking. She hasn't got her sword back though. Does a person count as an object? Probably not. It says you cannot jump over walls or close doors. Is a character an object? That's a question. So this deal 2 damage to an enemy with 4, and I get to roll the die. Cannot utilize movement or block results on the dice for this action. Oh. Okay, but I can use the pluses to increase either the damage or the range. Okay. I need to save that for the console. I'll get my Claymore mine back. Now, it would be nice if you could actually lay the mine and then just let the mine like stay there until somebody walked over it. Oh man. So waking up early to go to work is not fun. Hour and a half drive to work, hour and a half drive back. Oh, our cats are going to try to be unfriendly to each other again.
Casper.
She was brave today, though. I have to give her credit. She actually stayed sitting there. All right, it's your turn.
So what happened to
nothing bad happened. They just had to put that there.
fracture? What is okay? So the mission is to open the door and then
Open the door and hack the control panel. Yep.
So am I going to?
You probably want to get rid of that guy that's bugging me first before you run off. So let me check something with the damage. I slid it down when we rested, and I'm wondering whether or not you're supposed to do that. Damage. Because to me, then what that means, it would actually fall off.
Okay, so it says deal 1 damage to an adjacent enemy. So roll 1. +1. Oh, he still has 3. Is that okay if I do only 2?
Oh, so earlier when... All right, so we did this wrong earlier. Earlier, when this was placed, it would have brought this back to my hand. And same thing here. This said go to 2. So this would have brought this back to your hand when you just took that damage. So I did that wrong. Okay. There's already a damage card in the slot. Player must place this in the next available. Blah, blah, blah. Cannot be done. Unconscious. Okay. There might not be a related card. Players It says remember to, you're supposed to reshuffle that deck between each mission. Oh, yeah, each mission, not each mission alone. So here's the question, because I did not see that on either one, is when you take a rest action, does the damage move as well? Because it did not say in the damage section. There's rest action. Concentrate. Here we go. Rest. Move all cards on your cooldown. It says all, and it's even got a picture of damage. So damage can actually get fallen off as well. Okay. So that's not even that bad. I was worried about the damage, but technically the damage will fall off when it hits here as well. And then it just goes back as a discard. Okay.
So I do. Oh, what did you do?
I didn't know what you were doing with that card. I'm sorry. I put it back in your pile.
So deal 1 damage to an adjacent enemy. So it is 2, but he's 3. Do I have? Should I just do all the damage? But then I would waste.
Do you have a card that lets you damage and move?
Damage and
I mean, yes,
move?
or you could play that Claymore because when you played this originally, you didn't know that you had the Claymore back in your hand. Or you could use a Claymore, get rid of them, and start heading towards the door.
So this one's done, can I?
Yeah.
Do I roll again? No.
No.
So just 4. So
four
he's-
unblockable damage, so he is gone. Yeah, both of them. One attacked you, one attacked me.
And then.
Start heading towards the door.
So I'm gonna use this one. See? I
Yep.
use 3.
Yep. So you have 2. You can get an extra shield. You can get some shields back if you want. So you can move 2. And get 2 shields, or you can spend 1 to maybe get something other than a shield.
Yeah, so 1 here, and then
Spend a yellow
reroll.
to reroll 1. So you can get, well, doesn't matter. It's +1 movement either way. So you have 3 movement. Yeah, so 3 movement towards the door. No, that's mío. That's tuyo. Sí.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Hola, door.
Hola, door. Okay. So rest.
Rest. See? Rest.
Yep. Flip your activation token. Decrease by 1. And mission check. We have not successfully beaten up on the guys or opened doors.
One
Next.
guy?
Hmm?
Oh,
Yeah, now it's the enemy's turn. Okay. Okay, if the activated enemy was damaged last player turn, use that instead. So that did not happen. All right, so number 1 goes towards the nearest player, which is me. He moves 3. 1, 2, 3. He's going to attack the nearest player. His range is 1, so he can't. Next guy is going to go towards the nearest player. 1, 2, 3. Range of 1, so again, he can't do anything either. All right, my turn to book it. I got my Claymore back though.
oh wait, this one was here. This one was here. So this one had to be here. I didn't put it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes. Same thing.
Yeah, same thing. All right, I got my Claymore. Do I Claymore and run? Because I get to move. It gives me a move too. I think that's my best bet. Fortunately, it's getting thrown all the way down here. So, I have to roll a die. +1. So, I'm going to put my Claymore the key. Then I'm going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. Then my Claymore is going to blow up. So he takes 2 unprotected damage. All right. So that was that. And then Oh, the only thing I play is a 1. Caspito or a 0. Dang it. Oh, that wasn't very smart. Yeah, because all this is filled up, so I can't play anything in these spots. I can only play a 1 or a 0. That's where it gets difficult. Or I can... Whoops, I couldn't do that movement anyways. Sorry.
Because of that wall?
Wall, yeah.
I thought, but I was not
1,
sure.
2, 3.
Staying there.
Oh no, I was here. No, I was here.
Stay.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Pero there is this wall again.
I went an angle through this opening.
Then
3. See. Alright. Which still doesn't put me near him. I don't think there's any way for me to get to here, is there? 1, 2, 3. No, I can be further outside the door. Oh, how do I get up? Oh, I went the wrong way. I need to come up here. Oh, this guy wouldn't have been able to attack you.
there are walls.
There's walls. Well, we completely missed that. So we've completely messed up your turn because you wouldn't have had your claymore back and you wouldn't have had that. So yeah, right? Because he attacked first and then he moved. Why didn't I move him though? I forgot to move him though. 1, 2, 3. So he technically would not have attacked you. You would not have taken that damage. You would not have your claymore back. Que sera, sera. So, yeah. So what we'll do is we'll reverse that. We'll say that the other person attacked you and you got all that back, and then I just didn't get attacked. Yeah. Okay. Now I move 3. And I have to come all the way over here because I have to come down this hallway. So 1, 2, 3. And then really the only thing I can do is move. So yeah, I'll play my 0 move. Give me some shield. I already have shields. So I have 3 more movement. 1, 2, 3. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna have to take him out. Okay. So that's it. Rest. Move this down. Then it is the mission check. No. Enemy turn. Yellow. Yellow 1. If the activated enemy was damaged last turn, he wasn't. He's going to attack the nearest player, so he's going to attack me for 1. I'm just going to block it. And then he's going to move towards the last activated, which was me. He's already there. So he does not move. So it is your turn. So you actually can still shoot him from there if you want to try to take him out. Clear my path. Or if you don't want to, you don't have to. I can damage him.
I was gonna go.
You can just go to the door.
Straight to the door.
Okay.
Because that's the only thing I can do. Because this one is 1.
Yeah, and you can't. Well, that would put it at a 4. Yeah, it's kind of.
So I move 1 plus 1.
So 2. 1, 2. You're at the door. Hold on, door.
And I have to wait until next. No, how do I do that?
Just use your hack ability. It just becomes a 4. I mean, it just goes in the last spot.
Oh, okay. So interact with an object.
Mm-hmm.
For the 0.
Okay. So you got 1 and a shield. So you can either reroll or, and we're just trying to get out of here. So
if I got 1,
you're gonna draw 1 piece.
I am gonna reroll.
Okay. Spend your yellow. I know you don't like spending your money.
I'm loving yellow.
Oh, 1. There you go. So you got 2 now. Draw those. This bag's a little bit too small for my hands. Perfect size for oddities.
Rojo.
Rojo. There's a lot. We've already got 2 reds out.
Amarillo.
All right, which color do you want to go with? We've only got 1 yellow out. We got 2 reds out. There are, I forget how many of each color.
But can they keep both? Like
No, you have to pick one. You pick one color from what you drew.
In one of it.
That was because you had different colors than I had. But you have to pick one color of what you
yellow? You have this yellow?
Yeah, we guess. Well, I've still got to hack this, so it doesn't matter. One of us is going to be have to do that. All right.
So this goes.
See? All right. So that was your second action. All right. So now you take your rest.
What happens to this?
Discards.
And then this all still moves here?
Yep. All right. We did not complete the objective. It is bad guy's turn. Red guys are coming to chase us down. He is mad that I threw. He was mad that I damaged him. Luckily, he was damaged on my turn, not your turn. So number 1 is going to go after the nearest player, which would be you. So he's going to go, and he can't go through him, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3. He can't attack because his range is 1. The other guy is going to attack the nearest player. He's not near us. And then he's going to move towards the nearest player. So again, you. 1, 2, 3. All right. So, oh, did you move this down?
No, I have never moved.
There we go. All right. So I need to get rid of this guy standing in front of me. So, yeah, I'm gonna play my electron rifle. Then I get to roll 2. I cannot utilize movement or shields for this action. So that is +1, so that is 3. So that takes care of him, which means I don't need to spend my yellow. All right, so he is gone. And then I need to move. How far can I? Oh, I think you knocked out your earring.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
But I got.
I wasn't interact with an adjacent, but then I get to choose. So I need to move first, or I can jump. Oh, I can't jump because I don't have room. So I can do my regular move because this needs to fall off. Move. Come on, give me that 2 move again. +1. All right, so 2 movements. 1, 2. But I am adjacent now, so I can actually hack that on my next turn. All right. Rest. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah, I don't have much interactions.
All right. Move this down 1.
I'll see.
Objective. We've not completed the objective yet because those 2 guys are alive. So now it is the enemy's turn, and there's no yellow enemies to do anything.
So me?
Tutt'erno. See, you are hacking a door.
So this is interact with an adjacent object for 1 on 1 die.
Okay.
Be a 2.
Be a 2.
No,
And it's
2.
a 1. No, it said no. I want to be a 1. There is 1 wild left in there because there's 4. I remember there's 4 wild. I think there's 8 of every color and 4 wilds. Nope. Otra.
Still.
So it's your choice whether or not you want to turn it to purple or just
Can
call
I
it.
turn it?
Well, you can put a purple one on there, yeah.
Oh, I thought this one would count.
No. Well, no, yes. If you pick purple, then yes, you'd put both purples there. Yeah. So that'd put you at 2 on purple.
Okay, so we need now 1 purple.
See.
1 purple.
All right. So that comes back to you here. You're gonna hack again.
Oh, can I repeat the action?
Yeah, you can do the same action. Those ones, yeah, because they come back to your hand, right? Roll your die.
Oh.
Oops. You do have. I think
1
that was it. I
reroll?
think that was at 1. Yeah, you just have 1 reroll. Yeah. So +1.
And this was another.
That's fine. I don't think they're going to get to you in time.
So,
okay, so 2.
2.
You just need 1 morado. Uno morado, por favor. That is not morado. That's rojo.
Oh,
Amarillo. Well, you can put the amarillo on there.
oh, and that's what the part I
See.
don't understand. When can I?
You pick a color and you put the color on there.
And then I have both options.
Or you can choose not to do either color. Yes, you have both options. But the problem is, remember that whole stack comes off.
So then
Right?
we don't have
So then
less
you have
and
less. Now I'm wondering, because it feels like that bag doesn't have a lot. That's why I was wondering how many of each color there was. Because I feel like there's not a lot left in that bag. 8 red, 8. There should be 8 of each. I don't think we have 8 of each. There's 8 of each and 4 white. So we'll find out in a few minutes. Because there's not, well, no, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's about 10 left. Okay, there might be. No, if there's 10 left in there, that's not 8 of each. So we're definitely short on some colors. Okay. End of your turn. Rest. Get your card back. Just goes down 1. All right. All right. We did not accomplish objective. Red is going. Red is going to move towards the nearest player again. So he gets 3. 1, 2, 3. He can't attack because he's not next to you. And then he's going to move towards the nearest player. 1, 2, 3. He can't attack because
they don't have a range.
they have a range of 1. Their range is 1. So you got to get into that door in your next
So
turn.
1 is what, adjacent?
1 is adjacent. They have to be right next to you. All right. So I need to activate. So I'm going to use me hacker secrets. Mis secretas de hacker. +1. I'm going to try to go for that +2. I need the 2. Woo! All right. So I have 4. I get to choose my first color. So I don't want to choose pink. All right, I'm going to choose red because I want to take these out. So that way it's a better chance. All right. And then I get to take
Small.
3 more. So I'll take these 3. Oops. I took 4.
The morados.
I took 4. I'll put those ones back. This was the first one I grabbed.
They
Yeah, which is why you don't want these for the normal game. All right, so that was my 3, 4. I was not successful. Hang on. All right, so that goes there because that's my row. But I do get my interact, my basic interact. Spent my last one. Threads from the bag. Ooh, +1. Okay, so I get 2. 1. Nope. Come on. 2. Nope. That was a waste of a basic interact. All right. Yeah, that's it. So I rest. Sucks as my hack is all the way down at the end now.
I'm going to interact with the
Oh, hold on. So I did that. Rested. This goes down 1. Man, I gotta do that and get back in 2 turns. I don't think we're gonna succeed. You go. I go. You go.
We
You
just have
go,
to
it
jump
slides to
there?
here. Yeah, you're gonna make it in.
But we have to kill them first?
But you're gonna go, which puts it at 2. I'm gonna go, which puts it at 1. You're gonna go, which is gonna put it at 0, which means game over. So I have to be able to hack this and move all in 1 turn. I don't think that's happening. We'll see. Plus those guys are gonna come after me then, which then they'll probably block my way. Yeah. Did that. Bad guy's turn. Yellow, there is no yellow.
Interact with the puerta.
+2. All right, so you get 3. 3 out of there.
Come Come on, just one or one.
Just one yellow or purple, which was all that I could pull.
Of course, no.
Of course it's gonna be my red.
Amarillo.
All right, so there's no point in drawing anymore. So you were successful. Well, technically, you can draw one more, right?
Sí.
Draw one more. Maybe it's a yellow and you can add it. That way it's not in the bag
so
for
you
me.
get less.
Yeah. Maybe you're lucky and you get another yellow. Oh.
Sí.
All right.
It worked.
It worked. Put me red back in there. Gracias. All right. So Avadi successfully opened the door, and then you can move and go inside.
This one?
Yeah, basically. Well, do you have one that allows you to attack and move? Like you can shoot and then move?
No, I don't have anything that is like double.
Besides rolling the dice.
I can move 3 and get far from them. Oh no, but their range is
Yeah,
just
you
one.
only have to go. You only need to move one, so it doesn't matter. Just any year move. Correct.
Okay.
Well, or you could attack. That is technically your other option, because you get one more turn. So your other option would be, if you have a ranged attack, would be to shoot that one guy to get him off the board.
He's at 2,
He has 2 and 1 shield, so you need to be able to
but
do 3 damage.
he's at range 2.
Yes, he's at range 2.
So this one instead.
Because if you get rid of him, it makes it easier for me to escape. All right. Oh, and it's unprotected.
Unprotected.
Oh, so he's gone. You don't even need to. Well, roll to see if you get some benefit. Maybe you get a movement. Nope, you get a shield or a +1 damage.
Shield. Because +1 would.
Yeah, +1 damage doesn't do anything. Yeah. So, okay. So he is gone. Yeah, because +1 would hit the other guy for 3, but then they'd still both be on the board. So. All right. Yeah, the shield is actually good because he's going to come after you now.
Uh-oh.
All right. So you did that. Rest. This goes down.
No, Casper, stay. Stay.
They just don't get along yet. They were almost good earlier. Like they were laying next to each other. She let him pass him. All right. So did that. All right. So now it is mission update. We still have a bad guy, so we haven't won because of that. And we have. Now I almost feel bad. Like you should have just attacked them twice.
Because he's gonna attack me.
No, we can actually win the game on the next turn. You just don't go on the ship. You use your claymore and kill him. Yeah, we got this on the next turn.
But don't they have to go there?
No, either or. The outcome of the mission changes based on what you do. You have your claymore back, so you can take him out on the next turn. All right, okay. So did that. Well, actually, he's going to come to attack you now. So, all right. So, good thing you didn't attack him last turn because they would run away. Which is good. All right. So he is number 1. Number 1, he's going to move towards the nearest player. So that would be you. And he's going to attack the nearest player for 2, which you can block. Yeah. And because I'm a glutton for punishment, I just want to successfully hack this thing. Because me going up there, I'm not going to be able to get up there and attack him in any way that would do you any good. Your Claymore's going to take him out. All right. Come on, I'm going to successfully hack. That is 2 movement. That is not going to help me. So I get 1 pull. Wow. All right. So that is successfully hacked. So we've technically completed that objective. Here's the question. Can I get back in with my movement? So I have my jump. I forgot. I do have my jump. Jump over in an object or empty space for 2 spaces. Cannot jump over walls or closed doors. Yeah, I can do this. Oh, that works. Okay. And I get to roll a die. So I did make it out. So it really doesn't matter what you do. You can do either or. I guess technically, I guess here's the thing. We've successfully completed both missions, if we want to say that. So do we read both outcomes? We're going to successfully complete both missions. I don't think that's supposed to happen, but we
did it.
We're going to be able to do it. We did it. We did it. Da-da-da-da-da-dora. Da-da-da-da-da-dora. All right, so I get to jump over an object or empty space for 2 movement. Oh, you're blocking the door. Oh, okay. So jump 1, 2. There we go. So I made it out.
But now you're blocking me. Oh, I just have to kill him. I don't have to go there.
Well, and then I got a +1, so there. +1.
But still, if I use this one.
Well, we got to finish mine. All right, so that was into my turn. Refresh. Right. Move this down 1. Bad guy's turn. He's not going to move because it's yellow's turn. There is no yellow. All right. So then your turn. So Claymore. He's gone.
Because it's still.
Because it's that. Yep.
Unprotected.
So we've successfully done that, but we don't check for success until 2. So now you do your move. Your move card.
My move card is
that one. Yeah, just move. Move in. There you go. So we have successfully done both objectives.
We are the best.
We are the best. So we technically are going to read both mission outcomes. And if you don't want spoilers, don't watch this part because we're going to read both mission outcomes. All right. So success 1, which was opening and boarding the ship, is this one. Aftermath. As the ship escapes the atmosphere to Fury's Fall, it all becomes quiet for a while as you settle down. Comriel, on the comms, he's the pilot. We're in neutral space far from Fury's Fall. No pursuers. Stand down, form action stations. I'm plotting a route through the shadows of the planets in the habitable zone to screen any radiation bursts from the suns. Should cut down the debris bump as well. Umbrius. You and your team certainly didn't disappoint, Commander. We're in for the long haul and demanding undertaking, but your performance gives me confidence that we'll be able to pull it off. Let's get the debrief over with, so we continue the conversation about more important matters and get you settled on the ship. Question: did your team eliminate 1 or enemies in the last segment? If yes, do nothing. If no, everyone paints 1
That's 1.
1 mark in your legacy folder next to the Hellfires. Oh, basically you can be friends with them, I guess. If we just completely didn't injure them. I'm trying to figure out, like, how would that have even been possible? We would have had to let them beat up on us.
Yeah. No.
Is technically the only way that would have happened. When ready, continue to C2 digital blood. So that's if you escape, which we did. But then the question is, what would happen since we eliminated everybody? Leaving the gravitational pull of Fury's Fall, everything becomes quiet as cold, dark space wraps around the ship. Comriel. This is the pilot speaking. We're in neutral space, no pursuers. All right, so that's the same text. And then Umbrius, this is certainly one way to handle it. Your team did not disappoint on the scale of bloodshed. I'm confident your skills will be a fine addition to my crew's portfolio. Let's get through the debrief so we continue the conversation about more important matters and get you settled into more permanently on the ship. Action. Everyone gets -1 mark on their legacy folder next to the Hellfires.
I still don't know what that...
I'm guessing somewhere during the story that would impact what happens. So this is a reputation. So it's whether they like us or not, right? For example, for me, based on my race, ABSC does not like me. I got -2. Anian Inari doesn't like me, -3, right? And then there's stickers, so we can add more people, I guess, more as you find them. So if we didn't hurt anybody, then the Hellfires would like us, and we'd get a +1 there.
I have not seen the shape of this.
Yeah, you just color them in. Everybody likes you. You don't have anybody that doesn't like you. I guess blowing up an embassy is a bad thing for me. All right, guys, there we go. That is the introductory tutorial. We're going to go ahead and give our first impressions. 9:47. That didn't take us too long. That wasn't too bad.
No.
No. says it could take up to 2 hours. Normally it takes us longer. I imagine the introductory is supposed to be easier because our total movements was 20, I think, across the whole thing. So the first thing is components. Of course, the first thing we need to alert you of is this is a prototype. Everything that you see is subject to change, art, graphics, so forth and so on. One thing, like I said, I did mention, because it is mentioned in the prototype, is of course it will have the dial trackers for the hit points. So definitely like that. Don't like these or using dice for tracking.
Yeah,
hit
adding
points.
to these little squares where.
Yeah, then you got to move every time you move the character. So that's actually really good. The arts and the graphics is nice. I like all the graphics, the cards,
Yeah.
the colors.
The cards. I love the cards. Are so
Simple.
easy to read.
That's the biggest drawback on space games
For me.
is text and using a bunch of weird random text. Now they did do that in the story in the flavor text. But it's like you got to make an alien world. You got to give it alien names.
Yes,
so
that's not. That does not affect my ability to play the game. But the cards, I think they are really nice.
No, and the dice, I don't know if they're technically changed. The dice are nice. The symbols make sense. All the iconography. Player aid is good. Tells you what things are, what they do. I do know that they are going to make this board. Which has like your tracking is going to be dry erase because that way you can write on it. I'm only concerned about that because, again, I haven't seen the Kickstarter page. I don't know how you're going to store this. Even if you were to like put it back inside your dossier, I feel like it would get wiped and might get erased. But it's a plus because you can reset it and play it again. So it's kind of like, which way is better. You do have special abilities, and I forgot about that. I didn't even use my special ability. Augmented survival suit. When you draw a damage card, roll a die. My damage, I probably didn't need to take.
My ability, what this?
Yeah, what was your ability?
Close combat specialist. If you have one or more enemies adjacent to you, you have one free reroll.
Yeah, so like you got free rerolls. Yeah, we never use our abilities. It's what's honestly, in my opinion, and now that's one thing I do like. This is the introductory one, right? Your first mission you play on this side. It has all of the extra bits telling you what they do. So that's really good for a first-time player, having all the explanations on your player board. And then the other side is the player board you'll use when you actually play. I think maybe the asymmetric power would be a nice thing that was only on maybe your follow-up plays, but I get it. Why else would you pick a particular character except for asymmetry? One downside, and this happened to you, and it always happens to you, is because it's not a dual layer board. And again, I don't know if it's on the Kickstarter. Yeah, the tokens move when you tap the board and you kick it. So I don't know. Everything else is good. The movement cards are very clear. The AI of what they do. Yeah, I mean, I like everything. Again, these were prototyped. They're going to be tokens that go in the bag, which will be much easier to deal with. The standees, of course, will be standees. I think there was a miniature add-on. If not, STLs are out there. Yeah, I think everything looks good.
I like it too.
Yeah. Next are the mechanics. So the mechanic is really card play, right? And on a time track, right? You're playing cards on your time track, and then they count down towards the end of the thing, and you're just trying to solve the puzzle for the objective.
It's mechanics.
Mechanics. Yeah, that's what we're discussing.
I like it because it is a puzzle,
and it's easy. It seems simple.
I thought it was going to be more complicated, and I think it is not.
But again, this was the first mission tutorial.
But it's a good to learn, like we said, is like sometimes there are games that the introduction, at least for me, is like
Yeah. And that was one thing I was afraid of reading the rule book. I'm like, we've played other games where the very first mission is actually more of a tutorial. It kind of walks you through. And I was afraid this first mission, after reading the rule book, was going to be all in just, you need to just start going and attacking guys. There were going to be guys attacking you. There was going to be like stuff you needed to unlock. But it was nice. They kind of taught you the mechanics, because the first one was movement, right?
Yeah.
That was kind of the first one. How do you move? And then the second one was, how do you interact with objects? And then the third one was, how do you,
Attacking.
was attacking
Plus
people.
the other one. So it's like progressive.
Yeah. And then the last one was like, okay, now you got people chasing you and you have 2 different objectives you can aim for, whatever you as a group feel is more your play style. And then that leads into different things happening with the legacy aspect, which we like legacy games, or at least I like legacy games. I like games that make it feel like each time you play it's building off and you're developing, which is why I think like if we could play like real RPG games, I'd probably really like a real RPG game, because you have a character, you're building the character up, you're leveling it up, you're getting more weapons, you're getting new abilities. And again, it reminds me of playing an RPG game on a video game, right? So I like that. It's also fun to see, what do you unlock, right? What's the next sticker that we're going to add to our character to make us better? What's the next sticker we're going to add to our cards to make our cards better? Which reminds me, we need to play Clank Legacy again, right? So I like that mechanic. I like the legacy mechanic. I know that could be a detriment to some people because they feel like it locks the game in, and then you got to buy restore reset packs, right? Me, I don't care. I don't care if it was dry erase. I don't care if it was not reusable stickers. For me, right, I'm playing the game once, and that's probably all I'm going to play it. I do the same thing with my video games. I'll play the video game once to the end, and then I'll play to get whatever achievements I need to unlock.
But you will never.
And I'll never play it
Now
again.
you're gonna play Pandemic.
Yeah, we'll never forget it. Anything else with the mechanics?
No, I loved it.
The next thing is difficulty. It didn't feel that difficult. It really didn't. I don't know what it is on a BGG. Like I said, I think the first mission is a good introductory tutorial. We haven't even looked at mission 2, but let's see. Mission 2 almost seems like it's the same. Mission 2, you got like a group of bad guys and a whole bunch of doors. Here, you get rid of the patrol droids. So there's this new thing called patrol droids. So you get rid of them. So there's nothing there. This one said, yeah, it looks like for like the later, these ones, you're not doing a lot of attacking. So I think the difficulty probably isn't that bad. We did fail forward. I think only that last mission was I afraid we weren't going to make it. Like we didn't solve the puzzle correctly. So honestly, I don't think failing forward is a bad thing. But if you are somebody who wants to make sure you can get it, you could just not fail forward, and you got to replay it until you actually beat the level the way it's supposed to be. I do know in the rule book it also talks about like hard mode and insane mode. So those of you that are like, Dark Souls fans who like those kinds of games where there's just no winning, you're just not going to win. It's just the point of the game. There's modes for that too.
Interesting.
You agree on difficulty?
Yes.
Yeah. Put it more lightweight. Not lightweight, more medium weight, more like 30.
I think it's just everything helps. Like I said, this part, the reading the words, the simple text helps me understand it better. So I guess, as long as I understand, sometimes it can have a lot of things to do, but if I understand it well, then I won't think it is very difficult. And this one, introductory and everything, makes me want to play
the next mission.
Yeah.
Last thing is fun at 2. I think it was fine at 2. I imagine there's been plenty of play testing to know how many rounds you need for each per player count. Because at a higher player count, you get more rounds, more turns. That would be the only thing though, is that at higher player counts, you don't change the number of bad guys, but you get more turns. So at a higher player count, I feel like it would be easier. The bad guys are moving more though. Like the bad guys take more actions. I don't know. I don't think it was bad at 2. I did not feel like we didn't I didn't feel like at this one we couldn't do what we needed to do with 2 people, right? With the number of actions we have. And I think I did that right. I don't think you know me, we always play on the hardest difficulty unnecessarily, but I think it is, yeah, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So 2 has the least number of moves, which makes sense because if you were playing a 4-player game and you could only make 4 actions, that means everybody only gets to go once. Yeah. So I did not see that it was bad at 2. I didn't think it was too difficult at 2.
I agree.
However, I don't think it was that difficult to where you couldn't dual hand it. Basically, do each of us play 2 characters. I mean, I don't think like the card, like you said, the cards aren't too complex.
You always have the same cards. I like that. I mean, this is different.
Well, the characters, each character would have different cards.
Yes, but I mean, you get used to the cards that you have.
I'd imagine we're going to be able to upgrade our decks. There are cards that are called like companions and
but still
things. It's your deck. You're only playing your deck the whole game. Yeah, okay. Because it's your character.
So I think that would make it easier to handle too.
Yeah.
Different characters.
But that was 2. Last thing is the theme. So the theme is, I guess we were mercenaries and we're going out and doing missions. And so 1 is, did we like the theme? And 2, did it feel thematic, what it was having us do?
The theme it was good. It was nice. It's not one of my favorite ones, but normally it's because I find them very difficult.
Because they overcomplicate the text to make it a scientific Star Trek type game versus a Star Wars type game.
So, but
did it feel thematic? Like we got here, we were pirates, we were on the ship, they took our weapons, we had to go get our weapons.
Yes.
And then we had to battle our way out to the ship.
Yes. I don't know if our ability is gonna get us more like into their
backstory. Well, there will be more stickers that allow you to upgrade these abilities. I don't know where they are though.
You have 1 or more enemies that listen to you. You have 1 free reroll per action.
I don't know if they're in here or not.
No.
But yeah, we'll get more. No, yeah, I like the theme. I like space games in general. Video or board. Weapon pack. So there's a weapon pack. There's tech. There's Templar. There's ship upgrades. Agent pack. Companion pets. And companion story. You want to see what the pets look like? See if they have a cute little.
Or maybe not that cute.
Oh, they might be cute. They might not be cute. They're hidden though. We're revealing something we probably shouldn't reveal yet, but that's okay. I like spoilers. I'm somebody who will read what's happening and look things up before I go watch a movie or TV show. Okay, so you got Havoc. He's like I don't know. It's like I don't know. I don't have a clue. And then we got Shay. She's some kind of big rhino alien thing. Then we have Bailey, who's temporary art. And then we have Huntress, who is temporary art. So yeah, so you got companions. Then of course Kickstarter, stretch goals. This is what you add with stretch goals, right? You add more companions, more stories, more weapons, so forth and so on. So yeah, I don't have the stickers. So I don't know how we would be doing the upgrades. Again, it's a prototype. I don't know if all the prototypes are missing them. Because they gave us the whole campaign book, right?
It's not in there?
No, that's what's in here is they gave us 2 of each. So if we wrote on it and then we passed it on to somebody, then they wouldn't have a written on copy. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, again, prototype, no big deal. In the actual Kickstarter, you're going to get all the stuff that you are going to get. If you want to see the Kickstarter campaign, link is down below. So Co-op said that his was missing stickers too. Yeah, so I'm guessing they weren't stickers because in the dossier, it looks like this is where the stickers are supposed to be, and they're not there. And then up here at the top looks like where the power and ability stickers would be, and I don't have any on mine. Yeah, other dude doesn't have any on hers either. Are your stickers? No.
No.
I'll just trying to kill it. Either way, guys, link is down below to the Kickstarter campaign. If you want to watch more Kickstarter and GameFound content, what do they need to do?
Subscribe. Activate notifications.
Notifications.
Follow us on social media.
That helps. You can see our pictures, and whenever we do things like, giveaways.
Yeah, I forgot. Leave comments.
Leave comments down below with all the things we messed up.
And most importantly,
of
the niños from
Extra Life with donations. On Extra Life, donations down below. $1 helps a lot. But until next time, guys.
Adios.
Peace.